Okay, boys and girls, hopefully we have looked at our homework before coming over to the video, so we can review for ourselves what it is we feel that we are comfortable with, and then we can also evaluate which problems we felt were more challenging. Now, I'm going to tell you now that problem 2 and problem 4 were our more challenging problems on tonight's homework. So I'm going to look at those two problems last, and I'm going to do the other problems first. So we have over here, okay, we want to use compatible numbers, which are numbers that are easy to divide with. So 19, I can round it to 20, and then if I look at 41 and 9/10, I can round that to 40, which means that 4 divided by 2 would be 2. My zeros cancel out. My answer estimate would be about 2. Going down to number 3, once again, I'm going to look at my divisor and I'm going to round that to 10. And then I'm going to look at 33 and 90 hundredths, and I'm going to round that to the whole number of 30. And 3 divided by 1 is 3. My two zeros cancel out. My estimate is 3. Okay, 502 divided by 9 and 5/10. I'm going to round 9 and 5/10 to 10. And then for the 502, I'm going to round it to 500. Nice compatible numbers there. Okay, 5 divided by 1 is 5. These two zeros divide out. My estimate is 50. And as we're doing this, another way that we can check this is we can also go back and remember that multiplication is the inverse operation of division. So I can even be looking at these, and I can say to myself, okay, 2 times 19 would be very close to 41 and 9/10. 3 times 10 and 2/10 would be very close to 33 and 90 hundredths. Okay, 50 times 9 and 5/10, very close to 502. So that is another way for us to think about this. Okay, I'm going to move over to number 6 now. 435 divided by 39, I can round 39 to 40. And then I can round 435 and 2/10. I can use the compatible number of 400. Okay, 4 divided by 4 is 1. 2 zeros divide out. My estimated answer is about 10. Okay, going down here. Now, right here, I'm using my number sense. I know that 18 is a multiple of 6. So I'm going to keep the 6 as a 6, and I'm going to round 180 and 8/10 to just 180. Okay, 18 divided by 6 is 3, 1 0. My answer is about 30. Okay, going over to number 8, I can take 5 and 9/10 and round that to 6. Okay, and then that means I can keep the 60 as is, because I know that 6 divided by 6 is 1. Okay, 1 0. The answer is about 10. Now, let's go back and take a look at number 2 and number 4. Okay, the rounding part and coming up with the estimate, okay, is the same. We have to do some thinking, though, about a decimal point in our answer. Okay, we think about it, okay. We're looking at, we want to take 6/10, okay, and we want to make 5 groups out of 6/10. Okay, so as I go to do my estimate, 5 is a compatible number, easy to work with. I'm going to round 6/10 down to 5/10. Okay, I know that 5 divided by 5 is 1. Okay, but to me, it doesn't make sense to say that 5/10 divided by 5, that I can make one whole group, because I'm not starting with one whole, I'm starting with a half. Okay, so if I'm thinking about how many pieces are going to be in 5 groups, if I'm starting with 5/10, let's think about this as money. If I have 5 dimes and I'm dividing them up into 5 groups, I would end up with 1 dime in each group. So a good estimate for this would be 1/10. Okay, now we are going to be doing more work as we're moving forward in this topic with dividing decimals. So this is a more challenging way of thinking about the estimating compared to the other answers, and this is one we will definitely talk more about in class. This next one here kind of goes in the opposite direction of this problem up here. Here we have, okay, first of all, let's do our estimate. I'm going to keep 3/10 as 3/10, but I'm going to round 145 to 150. Okay, I know that 15 divided by 3 is 5, but let's stop here and think, okay? I'm looking at 145 and I'm dividing it up, okay, into groups of 3/10. So I want to know how many groups of 3/10 I can make out of 145. Okay, here, how many groups of 3/10 can I make out of 150? So let's think about it this way. Let's think about $150, okay, and I'm dividing it into groups with 30 cents in each group, okay? So 5 would not make sense, okay? And we can also think about that inverse operation. 5 times 3/10 would be 1 and 5/10. Okay, let's try 50. Okay, 50 times 3/10, well, that would equal 15. Okay, I need to get to 150. 500 times 3/10, okay, doing our multiplication like we did in our previous unit, does equal 150. So 500 is a good estimate. Now, does this make sense? Okay, 145 divided into groups of 30 cents each. Well, in each dollar, you'd have about 3 groups. Okay, so it'd be 3 groups for each one, and we have 145. So thinking about it as both money and also as, you know, the inverse operation of multiplication, 500 is a good estimate. Now, these two problems, okay, are ones that we're going to review in class as we move forward. Okay, so we're going to put review in class. So definitely have your questions for tomorrow when you come in. We will look at these problems, and we will continue to look at problems like this to continue to develop our thinking about reasonable answers. Thank you.